Hello and welcome back to our Bible story time. I'm so glad that you can join us today. We're reading stories from the Lectionary Story Bible by Ralph Milton, and I'm so glad that Ralph has given his permission for his stories to be shared. Today we're reading stories that are based on Exodus 16 and 17, and they're the continuation of Moses and the Hebrew people as they leave Egypt. The first one is called I'm So Hungry, and the second is called We Want to Drink. It's such a long way, Miriam sighed. I know, said Aaron. It's hot in the daytime and cold at night, and I'm so hungry. So am I, said Miriam, but there's no food anywhere. The Hebrew people hadn't eaten anything for days. Why did you drag us into the desert to die? They said to Moses. We were slaves in Egypt, but we had enough to eat. We could almost smell the meat cooking. The spices made it taste really good. We're not slaves anymore, but we're so hungry. Do you want us to die out here in the desert? No, I don't, said Moses. God doesn't want you to either. God got us out of Egypt. God will give you food. Trust God, please. Sure enough, in the evening, a whole flock of birds flew into their camp. They were quail, a bird that looks like a small chicken. They made a really funny cuckoo kind of noise. When you cook them, they taste really good. So the people caught the quail and cooked them for food. They said, thank you, God, for sending the quail. The next morning, they found some white sticky stuff growing on the plants and on the ground. They called it manna. This is good, said Miriam. What does it taste like? Asked Aaron. Sort of like a biscuit made with honey. I like it. Moses told the people the manna would come every day. This is God's bread, he said. Gather enough for one day. On the sixth day of the week, gather twice as much because the seventh day is our Sabbath, God's day of rest. Gather enough for the Sabbath on the sixth day so that you can rest on the seventh. Now the people had enough to eat. They were happy for a little while. Then they started complaining. Now the people had enough to eat, but they were also thirsty. There was no water anywhere, and they started complaining again. Stop it, said Moses. Stop saying that God isn't good to us. But we're thirsty. We need water to drink. Don't talk like that, said Moses. God might get angry if you talk like that. But where is God? Asked the people. Is God still with us? Why did you drag us out of Egypt just so we would die of thirst here in the desert? They yelled at Moses. You've made things worse again. This is a terrible desert. God isn't here in this awful place. So Moses asked God, what am I supposed to do? The people have started to throw stones at me. They're ready to kill me. God told Moses to walk out into the desert. Go to a special rock that I will show you. Hit it hard with your walking stick. What good will that do? Asked Moses. Hitting a rock with a stick won't give me water. Just do it, said God. So Moses hit the rock with his walking stick. Clean, pure water came running out of the rock. Then Moses said to the people, God is with us. Remember that. God is with us. God will never leave us. We are God's people. But the people didn't always remember. It's hard to remember that God cares about you when you're hungry and thirsty and tired and hot and homesick. We'll pick up the story of Moses and his brother Aaron and his sister Miriam and the Hebrew people another day. I'm so glad that you could join us today, and I hope you'll join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.